This is part one of a multi-part series on how to better navigate your iNTELLiNET PC app. Today's video is on scheduling. You can find the scheduling section under the irrigation button on the top left. Once open, you will come to a calendar view, as seen here. Along the left-hand side of the graph are the days of the week with their respective dates. And along the top are the hours of the day from midnight to midnight of the next day. The dark green color represents the past, and the other colors represent the present and future. The different shades also represent the peak and off-peak power usage times. The lighter green color representing the off-peak time, and the closer to red color representing peak power usage time. There are various buttons on the right-hand side that control navigation of the timeline view. The top set of buttons move you forwards and backwards in time, with the middle of those buttons taking you back to the present. You can also use the scroll wheel to control this. The second set of buttons control how many days you can see on screen at once, and the bottom buttons control how many hours you can see on screen at once. Typically, we like to leave it with all 24 hours on screen. If you want to zoom in on a particular section, hold down left click and drag to zoom in, then double click to zoom out. Along the far right hand side are various drop down menus, including shift information, valves and gates, irrigation schedule, fertigation schedule, fertigation devices, and auto filter flushing. I will explain these as they come up in the video. In the bottom right hand corner are various display options, which I will cover in a later video when they become relevant. For now, we will leave captions on with the bottom row also ticked. On the bottom left hand corner, you'll see the controller on button, which controls if the controller is on or off, as well as a pressure and flow meter. If you don't have pressure sensors or flow meters installed, then these won't be populated and you don't need to worry about them. To create a shift, simply click and highlight the valve that you want to use and drag it out onto the timeline. A pop-up window will appear and you must select a pump to use. It will have the date and time that you've selected, as well as a duration which you will need to fill in. The timeline will not populate without a duration selected. As you can see, the irrigation shift is now on the timeline. If you highlight it, you can see under shift information the time and date start time, as well as the duration. If you want to change the shift duration or any other properties, you can right click and hit shift properties, or simply double click on the icon. If you want to set multiple valves to run on the same shift, simply hold down shift and click and drag it out to the timeline as you did previously. As you can see in the pop-up window, all three valves that were selected are ticked. Since we are in caption mode, each valve that is being controlled is represented by their caption, as you can see here. If you want to connect two shifts together to make a schedule, simply right-click on the one that you want to link to the prior shift, and then hit Link to Prior Shift. You will know that they are connected if there is a small black line between your two shifts. To turn your shift into a schedule, right-click and hit Copy to Schedule List. Name your schedule as needed, and select a color to make it easier to find later. As you can see now in the Irrigation Schedule tab, there is a schedule. To use this schedule, simply click and drag, then drop it wherever you need it. You now have a stored copy of that schedule and can click and drag it to anywhere you like, as many times as you like. If you would like to repeat a schedule, simply right-click on it and hit the repeat option. You can repeat in intervals of days, hours, or minutes. If there is an overlap with an existing schedule, it will not allow you to replace it. In this example, I am repeating the schedule every 3 days and choosing 2 repetitions, so it's doing it every 3 days twice. If you need to delete a schedule from your timeline, simply right-click on it and hit Delete Entire Schedule. That will remove the initial shift and any other shifts linked to it. As you can see, when I hit delete shift on this one, it does not delete the entire thing. just the initial shift. If you need to move a schedule around, hold down Control and then drag with your mouse to the desired location. There is an outline showing you where it will end up. If you press the Control button down in the bottom right-hand corner, it will act as if you are holding Control. As you can see by my mouse display in the corner, I'm not holding the Control key, but it is still moving them around as if I was. If you edit a shift or schedule that's on the timeline, it will not affect the schedule that you have created earlier. As you can see, I just reduced that by 1 hour, but it is still 2 lots of 3 hours in the schedule. If you would like to edit it, simply hit the edit button on the desired schedule and change the hours or date and time as needed. Once you have done that, you can drag out the schedule onto the timeline and it is edited as you can see here. The newly edited schedule is now longer than the previous schedule under the same name. This concludes part 1 covering the basics of your scheduling screen.